If your life has become an endless string of battles with your son, if you've been living one day at a time for so long that you've been unable to look up, if you're afraid of what the future holds, if your son is sitting right next to you, but he feels miles away, and you've no idea how to get him back, there is a place that can help. Whetstone Boys Ranch in Mountain View, Missouri. But how can anyone get through to him? You feel like you've tried everything, like you've given everything. Is there anything left? We're here to tell you, yes.
Hey guys.
There is hope for change.
Welcome to Whetstone. Come on in. Come on in, bud.
It won't come fast, and it won't come easy. But Whetstone has walked this road with hundreds of families who have felt just like you. We know what it's like, and we know how to help. Your son is not too far gone. He can face the pain in his past. He can embrace responsibility for his future. He can learn from his mistakes, while you learn from yours. Whetstone will engage his mind, challenge his assumptions, and build a foundation for future success. He will be held accountable for his actions and his words. He'll develop self-control and perseverance. He'll hone honesty and loyalty and kindness to others. He'll have daily opportunities to connect with God and his creation, to test himself against the wild, to question truth, and to discover it for himself. And while every boy is different, one thing stays the same. Change happens in community. He'll make mistakes along the way, but in the end, he can find faith where there was failure. He can find life where there was loss. And most important, he can find his way back to you. Since 2011, Whetstone Boys Ranch has been sharpening the character of young men. Contact us today if you need help placing your son in an environment that will shape him into the man you know he can be, the man God intended him to be. After Whetstone, you'll go back the way you came, but you'll see things differently. You won't have a brand new son, but you will have a son with a brand new future.
Hope for the future. It's why God sent his son to earth. It's why families send their sons to Whetstone. It's why Whetstone is beginning a new journey to serve even more families in need of our help. We're calling it 30 by 30. Let's get there. By the year 2030, we envision having a campus that can serve up to 30 boys at one time. Our current facility has truly been a blessing for the first 10 years. And the local community and beyond has been such a staple in getting us where we are today. But we are still limited to serving only 12 boys at a time. Even with 9 or 10, it's a challenge to meet the needs of naturally rambunctious teenage boys. And that's not the hardest part. The hardest part is turning away hundreds of families each year. It's telling parents who need help now that they have to wait, when waiting is not an option. Disaster is either staring them in the face or it's right around the bend. Whetstone needs more space to help more families. It's that simple. And helping us get there will help more families get here. Here's how. During phase 1 of the 30 by 30 campaign, we are seeking 3-year pledges totaling $3 million. With these funds, we will do 3 things. 1, build a 10-space, fully equipped RV park to accommodate volunteer groups that make annual mission trips to the ranch. 2, add $250,000 to our current endowment fund, which will allow us to offer discounts to families who can't afford tuition. 3, construct a Level 1 Foundations house for boys who are new to Whetstone. These boys, in particular, will benefit from a space designed for their needs. Highlights of this custom-built lodge-style home will include individual furnished rooms and bathrooms for 9 new boys, a private counseling office, a commercial kitchen with adjoining dining space, an inviting living room with large fireplace, a large loft for reading and recreation, a modernized learning center and schoolroom, a walkout basement with exercise rooms and accommodations for live-in staff. It's worth repeating that since 9 is our optimal number in our current house, the Foundations house will practically double our capacity, resulting in an annual surplus of $400,000. These extra funds will allow us to make necessary improvements, attract and retain qualified staff, increase our endowment fund, and ultimately offer scholarships to families who need financial assistance. Next, during phase 2 of 30 by 30, we will add a central campus complex, which will have a family counseling and therapy center, a fully equipped learning center and schoolroom, multiple administrative offices, and a large conference room for staff meetings and ceremonies. We will build an additional custom-built home for 6 more residents, bringing our capacity to 24 residents. We will also add $250,000 to our endowment fund, bringing it up to $500,000. And lastly, in phase 3 of 30 by 30, we will add a skilled trades building, a livestock barn, an equine therapy program, a grandparent house, a house for full-time mentoring and direct care staff, a field house, and an additional home for 6 more boys, bringing our total enrollment to 30 boys by 2030. We will also in this phase add $500,000 to our endowment fund, bringing the total to $1 million. For the first 10 years of Whetstone's existence, we have been climbing a mountain with the hope that a glorious view awaits just atop the next crest. Today, we stand at the top of that mountain. It's taken us a decade to scale, but we now have a clear view of what lies ahead. The new horizon, invigorating as it may be, reveals more mountains to climb. More families need our help, and there's no time to waste. Let's get there.